So these are the few notings which we will require during the calculations of fixed roof and floating roof tank, which we have taken from the NFP 11. So if you refer NFP 11 table 5.2.2.2, so this table actually tells us the minimum discharge time and the application rates for the fixed foam system. So this is a hydrocarbon type. So you need to select from here. So if the flash point is between 37.8 to 160 and 60 degrees Celsius, in between this 37.8 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, then your minimum application rate should be 4.1 and your minimum discharge time should be 30 minutes. So this you need to consider. And if it is below 37.8 degrees Celsius, then you need the application rate will be 4.1, but your discharge time will increase. That will be 55 minutes. And for crude petroleum, it is 4.1. Application rate remains the same, and the discharge time also remains the same. That is 55 minutes on. And this is another table which is used for finding out the number of discharge devices. So this table gives us the minimum application rate and the minimum discharge time. But from this table, we will get to know like a number of the discharge devices which needs to be used for the tank protection, for fixed roof tank protection. So this is based on the tank diameter. So as your tank diameter keeps on increasing, your number of discharge devices also increases over here. So up to 25 meter, you have to use only one foam chamber over here. And as your like your diameter increases, like over 24 to 36, it is 2, 36 to 42, it is 3. So it goes on increasing. So you need to refer this table for finding out the discharge devices, number of discharge devices. So another notings of NFP 11 for fixed roof and floating roof tank. So that was about fixed roof tank, and this noting is about open top or floating roof tank. So here also this table gives us the minimum application rate, the minimum discharge time, and the number of discharge devices to be used over there in case of the floating roof tank. So in fixed roof tank, we need to refer the two tables, but in case of floating roof tank, we only need to refer this table, that is 5.3.5.3.1. So based on the seal types, there are various type of sealings which are done in case of the floating roof tank. So your application rate, it remains the same for all type of your seals, and your discharge time also remains the same. But your space, like your number of discharge devices, those differ. Like what happens is this is a 12.2 which is given which is 12.2 meters which is given over here. This is a maximum spacing which needs to be which needs to be there in between the two discharge devices in case of the foam maker while you are designing for the floating roof tank. If your foam dam is 305 meter, but this is not been used every time in the if you see a standard floating roof tank, your foam dam is 610 millimeter. So you have to refer this standard, that is 24.4. 24.4 meter must be the spacing between the two discharge outlets in case of the floating roof tank. So this is some notings from the OSD 117. So now we have like earlier we have understood about NFPA notings from that is NFPA 11, which is required for the design of fixed roof and floating roof tanks. Now we will understand about OSD 117. So here there are two notings. One is you can say based on the tank diameter, these are the number of the discharge devices which needs to be used. So here also you will note that as your diameter goes on increasing, your discharge devices also goes on increasing. So in case of, this is a small noting over here, which also we have to keep in mind. In case of foam pourer are provided on the tank having diameter up to 18 meter, minimum 2 numbers of foam pourer shall be provided. So this is also important noting which we should keep in mind while designing the you can say fixed foam system for fixed roof tank. So this is a duration for foam discharge. So based on the classes, that is class A and class B, the duration differs. So for tank containing class A and class B liquid, 65 minutes is the duration which needs to be followed. And where the system's primary purpose is for the spill fire protection, then 30 minutes. So this refers to your dye protection. So in case if your like boiler condition occurs and your like oil from a storage tank, it comes in the like it spills in the dike area. then your dike area, your MEFGs get actuated. And in that case, for the MEFG calculations, you have to use the minimum discharge time of 30 minutes. So these are some other notings of OSD 117 which needs to be followed for the floating roof tank. So these are the two notings. So here it is given that floating cum fixed roof tank protection facilities shall be provided as required for the fixed roof tank. So this noting in the OSD, which is written in the 4.4.6, this says that we have to follow the same process for fixed roof tank whenever we are designing for the floating roof tank. This is the noting, that is internal floating roof tank is called as a fixed roof tank. So this is the noting from OSD which tells us that. And this is another noting from 4.4.3, which is foam maker or foam pourer shall be located not more than 24 meters apart on the shell perimeter based on the 600 mm foam dam height. So that is the same noting which we have found earlier in the NFPA. Like if in case of the floating roof tank, if your foam dam height is 600 meters, then your distance between the two discharge devices shall be not more than 24 meters. And your minimum of 2 foam pourers shall be provided, like in any case.